All right, here are the chord number shapes in the key of E. There are so many different ways to play these shapes. I don't know if I'll even be able to include all of them, but I'll give you the ones that I like the best. This is really fun because you're all up and down the neck, even more than that, the key of D. So 1 is E major. This is the standard way to play E major. 2 is F sharp minor. You can do it the bar way. Or in E, it's really cool to do it the way where it's the middle finger on the first string, 2nd fret, and then ring finger and pinky finger on the 3rd string and 4th string, 2nd fret, and then let those last two, 5th and 6th strings ring out open. That's just a really nice sounding 2 chord. So 1, 2, and your 3 chord, you can kind of do the same thing if you just move this shape up 2 frets. Like that's kind of, it's a weird kind of 3 minor. If you want to do 1 over 3, that would be your E over G sharp. You make this kind of triangle thing where your ring finger is on the 1st string, 4th fret. Your pinky finger, or your pointer finger is on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and your pinky finger is on the 4th string, 4th fret. Then you let everything else ring out. Like that's an E chord, but it's just with the G sharp with a 3 in the bass. Cool, so that's 1, 2 minor, 3 minor, or 1 over 3. Then your 4, and the way that most people play 4 is just your A chord. You can either bar all 3 of these. I don't like to do that. I just bar or press down the 3rd and 4th string, still leaving that 5th and 6th string open. Mute the top string. You don't want to play the low E, but you want the A is your 4, A major, but you're leaving that 5th and 6th string open. Then your 5 chord is your pointer finger on the 2nd string, 2nd fret, your ring finger and pinky finger on the 3rd and 4th strings, 4th fret, and again, leaving that 5th and 6th string open. Then your 6 chord is that same exact shape, up a full step, which is 2 frets up to the starting on the 4th fret. All right. Then your 5 over 7 chord, and this is kind of a weird one, but I like playing it sometimes because it's cool to lead all the way up to your other E, is you move up 2 frets. So your pointer finger is on the 2nd string, 6th fret. Your ring finger, let me see here, I want to make sure I got this right. Yeah, your ring finger is on the 4th string, 7th fret. Is that right? No, I'm sorry, 4th string, 8th fret. 8th fret, and your pinky finger is on the 3rd string, 9th fret, right? And everything else rings out. You mute the top E string, make sure you're not playing that, but everything else is still. That's really cool. Like that's a 5 over 7, so that's an A over was it E flat or D sharp? And then you can lead that back up to your second way of playing E, is that is your pointer finger up 1 fret to the 7th fret, and then your ring finger and your pinky finger on the 9th fret on the 3rd and 4th strings. All right, so I hope all that makes sense. So let's go over that. E major, 1. F sharp minor, 2. Your 3 is up 2 frets from that. You can play 1 over 3. Your 4. Your 5. Your 6. Your 7. Again, remember that 7 shape is slightly different. You can't just move, you move up, but then you switch your fingers there. And then you're 1. So 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, a few different ways, or really just one other voicing that I really like to use instead of going up and down the neck is staying down here. I saw Phil Wickham do this with his E. He bars the he lets that low E ring out, and then he bars, or you can bar the 2nd and 3rd string, 2nd fret with your pointer, and then you take just those 2, like still leave the 5 and the 5th and 6th string open, but then you take your pinky and you put it on the 4th string, 4th fret. That's just a really open E chord. It actually takes the 3rd out of the chord and it makes it another 5th. I love that. And so you can go from there. All you need to do to make a 4 chord from there is to take your pointer finger and instead of barring, leave the A string open because the A is your 4, and just press down on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. you're going to want to mute the low E string, maybe just touch it with your middle finger. But so really the only thing that changes is that A string note. That's the 1, here's the 4. And then you can go to your regular 5 chord where you put your pointing finger back on the 2nd string, 2nd fret, but put your ring finger on the 3rd string, 4th fret. And then another way to play your 6th chord, instead of moving it up, really easy if you want to do that, but you can stay here in this position and just swap your ring finger and your pointer finger. Move your pointer finger down to the 3rd string, 2nd fret, move your ring finger up to the 2nd string, 4th fret, and then again mute the low E string. Like that's kind of it's a funky 6 minor chord, but it works. So yeah, mostly with those, the other numbers would still be the same. Your 2 minor, your 1 over 3, your 4 then. It's just a cool way of doing it because there's not a lot of movement. So if you go 1, up to your 4, 6 minor, 5, 1, up to your 4. And you see that, so it's really cool because from your 4 to your 6 minor, all you're doing, like you're leaving every finger the same, except you're just putting that ring finger down on that 2nd string, 4th fret. And you're 5. All right, so you can play it a bunch of different ways. There's a few more shapes, honestly, but those are the 2 main ones that I use. And in E, it's just really fun to experiment. Sometimes, even in the same song, I might play this E for a while, but then I'll come up to this one. And I'll just play the traditional one. Just really cool. A lot of fun.